So you mentioned depression and anxiety. Why is it that a horse would help those type of conditions? What is it about the horse?
Yeah, that's a great question and kind of a question to a lot of people because they're like, it's an animal or it's a big, people are afraid of these types of
Yeah.
animals. They're so big, have a mind of their own, and that's just kind of the general census of being in that environment with horses. But the equine therapy is a super trauma-informed, therapy, like I had mentioned. And so these horses are such gentle animals. And not every horse is meant for, equine therapy. The horses that we have chosen to do the job. And they, some days they need breaks, some days they don't want to do exactly what we're, had in mind. So that's really, we honor that
Yeah.
because it really is a choice. And if they aren't wanting to do specific things, that's okay. And it actually comes out to be a really good reason to talk to the client about, boundaries. And it comes into a lesson sometimes of how and why we're, making that happen for that horse. So the horse in general, they can help us kind of regulate our nervous system. They have kind of a unconscious pattern where, they can help us through movement, observation, connection, stuff like that. And a fun fact, kind of that I always like to tell people, is that they can actually match our heartbeats. So they can like kind of regulate with us. And I always tell my clients that when we enter the space, it's really important to be true, authentic, and because they can tell if we aren't, if we're trying to mask or trying to
Mm.
be someone we're not, because that can happen a lot in therapy when we're a little bit timid. So, this space of equine therapy really allows clients to just kind of open up and be themselves because they'll quickly find out that that space is reserved for true authenticity.